What's up, class? What to do when you get denied for a line of credit? What the heck? How do we solve for that, man? Got a lot of clients, a lot of people reaching out to me lately who have been, you're getting ready to put everything in line with velocity banking. You're getting your numbers in order, and then you finally find that bank that you want to go with, and you apply and you get denied. You get completely shut down. What do you do? Right? What are the steps that we need to take, or what are some pregame work that we can do to help us not get denied the second time around? Okay, so I'd like to say hello to everyone in the house here. If you're here, comment, say hello. Let me know you're in the house. I want to know who I'm talking to today. I want to know who I'm going to be serving. I know this should be really helpful for a lot of people that get discouraged when you apply for a debt tool such as a HELOC or a credit card or a line of credit, and you get denied. And you're like, okay, now I'm stuck. I can't do velocity banking. It's not necessarily true, right? There just may be some pre-game work that we missed, right? Maybe there were some steps that we forgot to account for, or some things that we didn't put in line first, okay? And, I just want to go over some things that I've witnessed for my own self, and some of the things that my clients have gone through, ways that they've, kind of went around to go ahead and get that line of credit so they can do velocity banking. All right, so hello, Jojo, Walter, how are you? Thunder, EA, how's it going? Aaron, what's up? Yep, nice to catch a live one. Yeah, man, I got to give you guys more heads up, man. I just be jumping on these things, no warning. So forgive me. I'm gonna get a little more better prepared for that. What's up, Big? It's been a minute. Willis, how you doing? Alex, what's up? Yeah, so if there's anyone, is there anyone, 25 people here, is anyone that has applied for something before and you got denied? Right? You applied for a line of credit, or, typically it's like when you first start. Anyone in here that has suffered from that consequence? Dwayne says yes. All right. Well, I'll give you one scenario. I just dealt with a woman that just went through this. Her and her husband, California area, they're getting their finances in order. They're learning the concept. They're doing it. Husband is the one with the better credit, so he goes and applies for a line of credit. He applied for a really, really high amount, $40,000, okay, and got denied. And then they reached out to me and they're like, yo, Denzel, man, this is shot. It's over. It's done. We're done. All this, what you call it, the little stress that starts to kick in. I'm like, hold on. Let's recap. Let's check our numbers, okay? Let's see where we're at. Let's see what we have. Do we have credit cards that we can at least start working on? Are there certain things that we can, can we start saving money again? What are some unique things that we could do? An easy answer really for everyone, the first easy answer is credit repair, right? That's like the number one answer. If you get denied for something, it was because you either had a really high debt to income ratio, because a lot of banks look at that, or you have too many revolving accounts. I've suffered from that, where I've had way too many revolving accounts. When I try to apply for another credit card, I'll get denied. Like I remember applying for a Chase credit card and a Citi card at one point, and they just told me you've got way too many revolving debts out. outstanding. So you got to fix them. So I'm like, all right, forget you, you know. But in this particular case with this woman I was helping, it was pretty interesting. Both husband and wife, they make money, they work, okay, decent wages. They're not making a ton of money, but they're, you know, I want to say they're right in the middle class range, probably like 40,000, 45,000 income, and then wife's a little bit lower than that. They've got good cash flow, and they literally only have one debt. And I thought they were good. I really did. I thought they were good. But the bank said something that their DTI was extremely high, and it even confused the heck out of me. I was like, how can their DTI be so high if they only have this one debt? You know, this one outstanding loan. And when I, you know, evaluate, I'm like, it was probably because they actually didn't have a lot of credit. They didn't have much stuff going on. I know that happens. I got another couple, I think, in Connecticut, if I'm saying it right. Another family applied for a HELOC, right? And their credit was good. They got good credit. They just don't have revolving accounts. They don't have enough revolving accounts, and they actually got denied for that HELOC. And with them, we actually went the life insurance route. They had some policies put in place, and that's a unique way, right? So if you're in an example, I'm just kind of throwing things out. I don't know what's going to land, and I'm going to start reading some questions in a minute. And definitely comment below if you yourself have gone through something and you did something to improve it. So far, we know an easy answer to say is credit repair. Save some money, hire someone to fix your credit, remove some inquiries, get the credit score up. The other thing I usually tell my clients is, whoa, we got to be patient. Be patient, right? You just came across this concept, right? Maybe it's a sign. I don't know. Maybe you're not ready for it yet. Remember, just look at it that way. Maybe you're just not ready. Maybe that's a sign. You know, you tried to apply for this big old HELOC, this big old line of credit, thinking you big and bad, and you got denied, and now you got to regroup. Maybe you wasn't really prepared. Maybe you was going to do something irresponsible with that, because a lot of people, trust me, try to do this concept on their own, right? And then 3 months later, they reach out to me, they fill out a form, they're like, Denzel, I'm in the weeds, back's against the wall. You know, I tried doing velocity banking on my own. I think I made a mistake. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you did make a mistake. I made those same mistakes. This is why we need to have an accountability partner to help us along the way, really get through that, you know, and even if it's not me, but having someone that can look at your numbers and maybe reveal something you don't see, okay? So definitely, if you've been through something like that, just drop the comment. You know, a lot of people, especially my subscribers, I know you guys watch all my videos, right? You guys be binging watch sometimes. So, you know, the comments are very, very helpful. Trust me, a lot of people post a lot of really good comments on this channel. And there are some people in this community that will respond to your comment even when I don't. There's some people that will respond and be like, hey, try this. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. Let's see, I left off at Dwayne. All right, so Bronx, what's up, bro? Just watching your other videos. Cool, cool. Now you're watching me live. Let's see, Freedom, yes, TD Bank, minimum line of credit, 20K, denied. Okay, the second person. Bronx, I have zero debt, nice cash flow, about to close on a house, waiting for the process to finish to apply for a line of credit. What should be my first step? I had another gentleman ask that question. This is another situation where you can easily get denied on both ends. You know, you're trying to buy a home and you come across this concept and you're like, okay, I'm going to get the home and then I'm going to get the line of credit and then I'm going to do velocity banking on that. Well, you got to be careful, right? Because mortgage companies can check your credit score all the way up to the closing date. And if they see you apply for something, who knows? They can rescind the offer. They can pull it back at the last minute, and you've got everything planned. You know, you you had it set up where you was going to move and do all this stuff. So I would say if the house is more important, that's something I respond to somebody. If the house is more important, you want to get the house, okay, that's your thing, even though I'm not all about getting homes. But if that's your goal, you want to get the house, then you should not apply for anything. Let the home go through, do your down payment, however you scheduled it prior to having the line of credit. You get the home. Once you're in the home, now you be patient, wait maybe 90 days, check your credit, monitor, look at everything, look at your numbers, and then we apply for that debt tool and see what we get. Okay, so I hope that helps from Mr. Bronx. Andres, love your content. Got my mom, my cousin, and brother a line of credit. We're all doing velocity banking now. Love it. Hey, Joel, how are you, man? Aaron, why such a high line of credit? Yes, for the gentleman in California. I was, you know, I was a little like, damn, man, I didn't tell you to do that. A part of me feels like if they would have applied for something less, the bank might have approved it. But at the same point, these credit unions are so confusing, and the banks and their requirements are so confusing. Even I don't understand it 100%. You know, their rules and their criteria. You know, all those videos that I put out where it's like you got to ask the questions. You got to like really, really pull teeth. Try to get as much data as you possibly can before you make a decision for applying for that line of credit or HELOC. Really, really evaluate your whole area, your whole zip code. Look at every credit union. Look at all the rates, all the interest rates, all the requirements. Call them, build rapport. Take the time. I'm telling you, if you take time, you be patient, and then you finally get that right debt tool that we want to use, it'll be that much more worth it rather than trying to go fast, right? When you try to go fast with this concept, you end up going backwards or you end up going slow. So if you try to take it, you know, the turtle approach, you know, just step by step, boom, 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 and you know, making your way through. So, you know, when it comes to people asking how much should I apply for my line of credit, I know that's a big question. I like to match it up with your cash flow. So I take your cash flow, I times it by a whole year, and I'll say, look, that's about the max I would apply for. So if your cash flow is really, really low, like $200-300, and you make $4 or $5 grand a month, maybe 10K, 5-10K. If you're making $10,000 a month and your cash flow is 500 or less, different story, right? You've got more income, and I went through this myself, is my line of credit is less than my income per month. So, you know, and it's due to my age, lack of credit history, and this lack of everything in terms of like track record. So it's one of those things I just have to work through, right? And I'll build my way up. But really evaluate your numbers so that you can get a good idea. You're like, all right, you know, if I make $5 grand a month, what the hell do I need a $40,000 line of credit for, right? Or if I make $2,000 a month and I'm trying to apply for $20,000, it doesn't make sense. But if you apply for something that's within reason, the bank can consider that. You know, I actually just applied for a credit card with my credit union, right? I applied for a business credit card, and in the application, there was a note section, okay? And you can write notes to the underwriter. So you know what I did? I wrote a whole freaking personal essay. I was like, hey, I'm Denzel, I'm a young entrepreneur. You know, I'm really trying to make it in life. I'm a local business owner. I'm putting all my money with your bank. I truly believe in Bright Star Credit. You know, I've just spoon fed them, man. And I was like, hey, I really want to make this happen. I have my business checking with you. I've got my personal checking. I've got 2 business accounts with you guys. I've been a credit union member for 4+ years now. I gave them all that information. 2 days later, I got an email from one of the underwriters. She sent me a nice email. She's like, hey, you've been approved. I was like, it takes a week to actually get approved. And I know this from my credit union because all the other times I applied, it took a week. But since I put notes and I went the extra mile and communicated, she reached out to me and she said, you've been approved for a $10,000 credit line with your credit union. I was like, great. Thank you. Have a nice day. Okay. So think outside the box, walk into the credit union, right? Ask questions. This is all, the prior to work. Even when you get denied, walk to that credit union that you really wanted to bank with, right? Let's say you found that credit. You did all my work. You watched all my videos. You did everything and you still got denied. Go to that credit union. Talk to them. Ask them, hey, will you counter? Do you guys counter? Like if I applied for 20, would you approve me for 10? If I reapplied right away, maybe they have a rule where it's like, hey, you can apply again in 60 days, right? Talk to them. Be like, hey, if I got denied for this 20,000 or 15,000 line of credit, you say I can apply in 60 days, and you're having a conversation with that lady, with that guy. Be like, hey, I want you to remember me. What do I need to do from here on out for the next 60 days so that you can approve me for my credit? Like, pull, because they'll give you the answer. I know it. I know they'll give you the answer. They'll even if they don't know it, they'll find someone that can help you that'll know the answer. And you go from there. You never know. You never know, right? So just work on that. Let's see another question. Let's see. Thunder says Chase is picky and you can't have more than 5 new cards within 24 months. That was my issue. I opened up like 3-4 different cards within the same year and a line of credit. But at the same time, I was paying off a bunch of bad debt. So I thought that would have offset. But Chase was not having it, man. Chase was not having it. So you know what? I wasn't having it. I didn't give him my business. Ron says hi from Canada. What's up, Canada? How you doing? Hope everything's well. Freddie, how's up? How you doing, man? Bronx, yeah, Chase is the new Amex, the 524 rule. Interesting. Don't know about that rule. Let's see. Albert, what's up, Albert? How's everything going? Okay. Bronx says no, but seriously, after I close on the house, what should be my first step for getting a line of credit? You got to be patient. You just got this home, right, that you're going to have, a 30-year mortgage on. So you just bought something that technically you don't have the money for, right? And now you want to get another debt on top of that. So patience. Number 1, easy answer, credit repair. Okay, you can align your credit scores to match the criteria of the credit union that you're applying to. You can make sure you've got your cash flow right, okay? Make sure you got your finances in order. You could even temporarily do debt snowball for a little while. In many cases, here's where debt snowball might actually play a bit of a role here. Is because, velocity banking is contingent on you getting that debt tool and having the necessary cash flow to take action, right? Right. So if you don't have those in place, well, you could do debt snowball along with credit repair to get you to the line of credit, right? So, or you could not do it and just focus all your money on investing in your credit to build it up, getting the knowledge, taking a course. There's a lot of YouTube channels that have the do-it-yourself route. I've never liked do-it-yourself for much of anything, especially in business, especially for something like that. Just the amount of time that it takes, the mistakes that you can make, and all the laws that are constantly changing when it comes to the credit bureaus and how they do things with all the, the reports that they put out. So I'm like, listen, let me just give $500, whatever it is, to a credit bureau company. Like, here, take care of me. Make sure they have like a guarantee, or something like that. Read them thoroughly. Someone just asked, can you recommend a credit repair company that's legit? That was going to be part of my focus today, was to actually ask that question to you guys. If there's anyone in the community that does credit repair. I've got a guy, right? Everyone's got a guy, but he doesn't have a business where he can help many people and, at once, and provide that same value. So I want to be able to make that connection with someone that is a credit repair specialist. I've got a couple of people that I've been communicating with and reaching out to, but I would like to have a couple of options. I always like to give my community options when it comes to paying off debt, creating wealth, the infinite banking concept, real estate moves, business moves, right? I'm just giving you guys options because something's going to click on this channel for you, something at some point. So if there's anyone in the community that has a credit repair business, got experience, trustworthy, and you want to team up with me, all I need is a referral link or like a landing page that I can, attach to the bottom of all my YouTube videos that people can click on, and they'll view you and they'll check you out. Okay, they got to know, like, and trust you first. And then I'll even, what I was considering is going through someone's credit repair program myself and feeling it out and seeing, if it's worth it or not. That would also be really valuable to all my community as well, as when I say, hey, I've done it, got results. Here's what it is, So when people reach out to me personally, like, hey, who's that guy that you got? Because I got a guy, and he helped me with my credit, and it did go up, and, and I think part of working with him for the last 4 or 5 months, he's helped me get my credit score up. And look, I just applied for something and I got approved for $10,000. So, thanks to him, I got that. And then a week or two ago, I applied for American Express business card and got approved for that. No questions asked. So I was like, oh, I think my guy knows a thing or two about the credit. So you guys can, email me, go to my website, you fill out a form, be like, yo, I want to know about that credit repair guy. And I'll send you the link. I'll send you his information. I'm not going to put his name and phone number out there to the world. So you just got to reach out to me personally. You get access to my guy. Okay? Let's see. All right, Bronx. We're clear. Cool. Glad that helped. Let's see. Freddie. Freddie says, guess what? We just paid off the car on Monday. Oh yeah. Let me know something. My SCU bank limit is $10K. It's time to pay off mortgage, but the bank said they cannot increase it. Can they not increase it because that's the max for that SCU bank? If that's the max, then that's the max. You can always look at another credit union and maybe apply for something else. But even with that $10,000 line of credit, dude, we can cause damage. We'll just be chunking faster. That's all, right? What's up, John? How are you? So let me know about that, Freddie. If that's the max that they have, or if they just have a waiting period, that before you can apply for more. Thunder, mortgages have a credit tracker that tracks it for 7 days after you close. If you are borderline DTI, getting a HELOC may mess up your loan. Wait at least 30 days to be safe. Thank you. That's a valuable gem right there. See, I don't know that. See, I don't know this stuff because I'm not going to buy a home. I promise you. I'm not getting a home. I see all of my clients with these 30-year mortgages, It scares the hell out of me. 500,000, 800,000, a million, 250,000. I look at the interest and how much you pay over 30 years and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I can't do that. So I'd rather just freaking rent, 10x my income, go invest in real estate deals and build my business and stay in my zone. Even if I live in a 1-1, I don't care. A little room, little apartment. What do I need a big home for? I'll get the big home when I can buy the big home 2 times over, right? I'm not going to buy anything unless I can buy it twice, just like JC said, okay? So, you know, I'm going to stick to that. But let's see, Angel, how are you, man? Freddie, so what to do? Use the 10K. Our cash flow has increased due to wholesaling houses. Very cool. We need your advice on what to do next. We do not want to make mistakes. All right, Freddie, I got you, man. We're gonna work together. You gotta reach out. I think you're on my Patreon page still, right? Just let me know and just send me a message because I know you got my number, so just reach out. Andre, I want to talk to you about whole life insurance because I'm now debt free and I want to learn more about it personally. Andre, how long did it take you to get debt free? Let us know your timeline with Velocity Banking. Give us your testimony. That's motivation for everyone else in here that's still in debt, that wants to get to where you're at. So that's powerful what you just said. Debt free. That's freaking awesome. All right? Congratulations. God bless you. That's amazing. Love to work with you on the whole life insurance. Go to my website, just fill out. Actually, I think you already filled out a form. I think we spoke on another live stream previously. So I'll just look in my list to see if I find you. But just send me an email. All right? Let's see. Denzel, great job you doing. I've been trying to get a hold of you. Do you have an email where I could just direct to you or call you direct, or if you can call me? Jojo, I got a website, denzelrodriguez.com, denzelrodriguez.com. The contact me page, you fill out that form, okay? And if you're looking to work with me personally, hire me, okay? If your finances are not there yet, where you're not able to afford me, I have a Patreon page where there's an even more affordable choices for you to give and receive. That is how I work with people. Unfortunately, what happens when you give to people for free with nothing, a lot of people do not take action. I did a live stream previously where I wanted to bless people, and can you believe that only 3 people actually filled out a form and took any action. And then it was like, you know, I gave them the link to book a call with me. They still haven't booked a call with me yet. Only one, I think I've only spoken to 1 or 2 people so far from that specific thing that I was trying to do. No action, you know? So, you know, when it comes to giving for free with no type of like commitment, nobody takes action, man. You say you want to help, you know, I say I want to help people, right? And I try to do things, you know, ethically, and I try to just say, hey, I want to bless you, right? And they don't accept it. They don't know how to receive it. I've dealt with this with so many families, like a lot, where I have that first 30-minute consultation, or I bless them with a coaching session. Dude, no action. They don't take no action. But the mom that spends $1,000 when her cash flow was only $500, I don't know how she came up with the money, but I have mothers and other families that come up with the money. They commit and they invest in like my highest program, or maybe they just join the Patreon page at tier 2 or tier 3, and they commit and they give consistently every single month, or they just hire me and they get the most results. It's something about having commitment, right? So as much as I want to help people, right? And I don't know a lot of you. I know some of you, and we've got very nice connections. But why is it so hard, like, to just give freely sometimes and then they don't receive it? So ungrateful. It hurts me sometimes. And I get frustrated. You know how I get in my videos. You know how I get, like, I get a little on top of people. And it just frustrates me sometimes. I'm like, man, I know the potential of that person. And you take no action. You know who you are too, right? You reached out to me. You comment on the channel all the time. No action. Thousands of questions, no action. And I'm like what's the investment for me if you're not taking action with the responses that I give you, right? Man, gets me on a little, like, get a little heated. So let's see. Selvin, hello Selvin, how are you, man? Angel, want to join but having difficulties signing up on your Patreon page. I don't know. You just click on join a tier, you go to the website, join a tier, and it really shouldn't be an issue. You can pay with PayPal or credit card. It's pretty seamless. I don't know. I don't really have too much people that have issues with it. Let's see, Bronx. I have PenFed Credit Union, Digital Credit Union, and USAA. Any past experience with any of these credit unions regarding a line of credit? No, but PenFed and USAA is very popular. I have a lot of clients that have PenFed, USAA, Navy Fed. No issues, pretty good, solid. They provide, they're good. Let's see. Oh, Aaron says, thanks for a thorough answer. You're welcome, sir. Dwayne, I have an LLC with trade lines, about 11 what? I'm ready to get a line of credit now. I don't know your sentence confused me a little bit. I want to pay the mortgage in like 5 to 7 years using line of credit, HELOC, and the methods you teach. Let's go. Be patient. Get the home, let it settle, let it go on the score and all that good stuff. Work your way up to that line of credit and we'll get what we want. Can I use a line of credit or HELOC as a down payment of my second property? Hell yeah. Yeah, totally. Totally. Especially if you got the other property paid off, you can just take the equity in that, which was your cash flow to begin with, which was all the savings and interest that you saved, and you put it in the new property. And if that's going to be an investment or whatever, man, now you're leveraging the debt tools to make money, right? And that's another step after becoming, debt free. Lissandro, I just bought a home but don't have debts. Can I use my vehicles to get a line of credit? Interesting, like you mean as collateral? I would be interested in exploring that. As long as your finances are, solid. You got good finances, you got that secure stream of income that we can use our equity in our vehicles as collateral for a line of credit pool. The other option is building your credit score. I think that's the safest, most lucrative, best investment you can make in yourself for velocity banking, is having solid, useful credit, right? A lot of people have good credit, like an 800 credit score, 750, but can't get anything. They apply for a HELOC, deny. Get a line of credit, deny. Like, because they're not using their credit. They've just been paying bills for so many years, so they look great on paper. But then when it actually comes to the usage, the banks don't want to give it to you, which is like, what the hell, right? But I don't know, that's how it is for a lot of these banks. But you take a person like me, that I'm constantly in debt on my credit cards, and then I'm constantly paying off the debt in chunks. So when the bank sees that, they're like, he must be making more money a lot of money. Let's increase his line of credit. Macy's does this to me all the time. I've got a it's it's American Express card. It used to be a Macy's card. It started out as a Macy's card for $300. And I would use that whenever I went shopping for clothes. And I just pay myself back what I would have spent in cash on clothes, right? And over time, it increased to 1,000, to 1,500, to 2, went to 3. After 3, it became an American Express card. I could use it everywhere. Boy, I went crazy. I started using it on the gas, the food, miss everything, right? Getting points, getting all these gift cards to spend on clothes and whatnot. Now they increased my credit line without even telling me. The other day I looked, I was like, oh, I got $4,000. Huh, nice. Thanks. Let's see. Thinking can get a line of credit through my business. Sure you can. I just explored that for the first time myself. I just opened 2 more trade lines on my business side because now I'm trying to shift everything over to the business. That's what you want to do, because now you start doing that, and now we're talking about velocity banking on your taxes. Saving money on taxes, man. There we go. Juan Jose, what did I miss? I think I read the question, didn't I? Can I use a line of credit? Yeah, I just answered that. Be patient. Hey, Sherry. How you doing? Bronx, Denzel, you can use a line of credit or a HELOC to pay off the mortgage the same way you teach the rapid. Yeah. Yes. Do you have anybody that does infinite banking in Canada? I do not, because apparently, I guess this infinite banking concept is only applied in the U.S. I was just talking to a lady this morning in the UK, in England, and she was asking me the same question. She was, having meetings and talking to other insurance agents. They actually don't have cash value life insurance over there at all. The only way to get it it's through your business as a Keyman insurance. So maybe in Canada you can look up Keyman insurance for the infinite banking concept, which is exactly what the major banks and corporations use. They do it through Keyman insurance. And then really, really, really wealthy individuals use, I think the term is called private placement life insurance, where there's like no agent involved, I think. Interesting. Something I want to learn about. But here in the US, it's pretty interesting. It's like you don't have to make millions and millions of dollars, nor do you have to have a business to practice the infinite banking concept. You can start with $500 a month, right? $300 a month, funding that tax-free bank, and eventually getting it to a point where you no longer need credit lines, credit card. You can just run everything through the policy. That's one way of doing it. Pretty interesting. Let's see. Yeah, Billy, you're right. That's pretty sad. The info is priceless. And you're right. I can't please everyone. You're right. But my heart goes out when people write whole stories on the contact form, and then I send them a link, right? I send them the spreadsheet. They don't fill out the spreadsheet. They don't send it to me. I mean, there's what are you waiting for? Me to show up at your door? You want me to knock on your door? That's what you want. That's what you want. I want me to knock on your door, and I don't know, like, how much closer can I get to you to take action, right? 210 plus videos now, and no action, right? And it's funny because I can tell when people watch my videos or they don't watch my videos. And you're like, hey, I want your help, but I have questions. Okay. Number one, hire me or watch my videos, because, I give so much on like even right now and on other videos. Like, come on, man, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Come on. Let's see. When was this live stream? People are pro Slack tornado. Oh my God. Yeah. You're right. Albert. They missing out. No initiative. I'm 2 steps away from being financially free. Amen. 2 steps, man. This guy, Albert here, man, making waves. Making waves. Love it. Ronald, how are you, man? All right. You can take on the mortgage world, bro. Buy a house and sell. No. Do not want a mortgage. I refuse to get a mortgage. You're not gonna get me. Promise. I'm gonna do the seller financing. Okay? Or I'm gonna do the house hacking thing, whatever it is. But I ain't getting no mortgage. Promise you that. I'm buying that home outright. When I get a home, it's gonna be a home. I'm not gonna get a starter home. I'm not gonna get a step 2 home to the dude. I'm gonna buy a home. And bomb. Done. Thank you. Live my life. and be with it. Let's see. Okay, my wife is old school. Okay. And is afraid of the change required to do this. She has allowed me to prove our situation. Denzel is the most giving of all of the velocity banking peeps on you. Thank you, brother. Thank you, sir. Come on, man. We got to level the playing field, man. We got to bless people, man. I'm trying to bring people to Christ, man. Trying to get your faith in line, trying to get your money in line, trying to get everything in line, right? So that we can help others see the light and see the mystery that this world, everything provides for us. So let's do it. Okay, Bronx says, my wife is the same way. She used to use the old school finances. Dude, everybody pretty much does old school finances. It's just a shift. It takes time. Whether it's the husband or the wife, just, keep supporting her, man. Just keep supporting her. Just be like, hey, I got a guy here in South Florida. Man, he's making waves. And, I had a conversation with the wife. I thought I had her hooked. I must have talked to this lady for like 30, 45 minutes, breaking down the concept. I was agreeing with her on everything. I'm like, that's velocity banking, what you're saying, right? Everything. Some people don't even know they're doing velocity banking. I'm like, that's velocity banking. Let me just refine it, right? Let me just refine it. Here you go. Do this, then this, right? I thought I had her, and then she didn't take action. And then the husband is kind of like alone on the concept. I was like, dude, it's okay. We're going to get her later. He showed her the what's it called? When you pay off your car, you get the title, right? Oh man. Bring the title to wife. Be like, hey, this is your car. It's yours now. She'd be like, huh? How'd you pay that off? Velocity banking. What else? Okay. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not going too far off, because I know the whole topic today was, if I get denied for a line of credit, now what? So just to recap, if you get denied for a line of credit, option 1 is focus on credit score, repairing it, fixing it for the next 90 days, okay? Let's say you're in a situation like my couple in California. They applied for a big line of credit. It got denied, but they only have one outstanding debt. They don't have 100, 300,000 of debt. And the husband has credit score of 750 or higher. I would be bold enough and apply for something else. I would apply again for another line of credit, right? And let's say I get denied a second time. I might be bold enough to apply for a third time. You never know, right? I won't go more than 3. Because at that point, now I've got 3 inquiries. Now we just have to repair the credit. We can look at getting a secured line of credit, all right? And I want to caution people, because I'm talking to specific people at a time. Let's say you're an individual that has poor credit to begin with. I don't think you have any business applying for a line of credit or a HELOC just yet. If you have very, very poor credit, or you're suffering from a previous bankruptcy, collections, hospital bill, I mean, you're just racked up, in the delays and the obstacles, right? You've got no business applying. You might as well invest in credit repair, okay, fixing things, see if we can remove things off of our credit. And then we have to start from scratch. Like I did, I started from scratch. I started with a secured credit card for $300, and 3-4 years later, 9 different credit cards, all unsecured, 0% promotions, 1 personal line of credit, 1 business line of credit, 10,000, 10,000, all this revolving credit, right? Now totaling over 70,000 in revolving credit. 3 years. That's not a long time, right? Like, and really everything happened not most of everything happened in the first year, where like a lot of the stuff is and then everything else just steam rolls afterwards. So if you're in that situation, your credit's bad, hey, let's start from scratch. Stop trying to jump over steps, okay, to get that line of credit, only to be disappointed when they deny you, okay? Let's say you're someone with you've got good cash flow, you got denied for a line of credit. We could do the secured line of credit route. Or if you have assets, if you have a TSP, I got a lot of viewers that are government employees, and I've only seen it with TSP so far, that they're just like the 401ks, where you can borrow from your 401k, or in this case, a TSP. The loan is calculated simple interest, and I've had 3 or 4 scenarios so far with TSP funds where we strategically borrowed from our TSP fund, and we used that as a debt weapon, right? We used that as a tool to maybe start a life insurance policy, to do velocity banking through the life insurance, or to establish a secured line of credit, or here's something interesting, right? For people that's been sticking around. I got a lady that, I don't know if this will work, but she took money from her assets and she put it with like one of those Fidelity or Schwab or Edward Jones, and she set up a distribution, right? It's not being invested in anything. It's a distribution where she's receiving income from that asset. So she just put it with them, and then they're gonna pay her, right? Like an extra 5,000-10,000 a month. That shows her income will shoot, and then she applies to that credit union. They're gonna see, oh, somebody's making a lot of money. Let's give her a line of credit. That's one way, right? That might be really interesting for some people to try out. If you have good cash flow, but you don't have any good credit, right? You were always cash all through your life, right? Old school, cash, cash, cash for everything. You don't really have credit built up, but you have good cash flow. You've got assets like a 401k or something like that, or some sort of savings, CD accounts, whatever it is. Maybe we can strategically pull from them to either, number one, create that life insurance policy as a tax-free bank, so we start, creating our own banking system, or create a secured line of credit, whether it be a credit card or a line of credit. I would prefer a line of credit. Or option 3 is you can set it up like this one lady is doing, as an actual income stream, showing that you're making all this money, to try to get the bank to give you that line of credit. Another option is, let's say you find the credit union that you want to go with. You found that credit union that you want to go with. What if you changed all your banking to that credit union before you applied? So you open up the checking account with them, you open up a savings account, you set up direct deposit, you move all your savings to that bank, and you have a couple of paychecks run through that credit union for a couple months, right? A month or two, 3 at max. And then over that time period, you've built rapport with that credit union, with that with the underwriters, with the bank teller, and you talk to them, you build rapport, you tell them a joke, right? Hey, how you doing? Type of thing. And you make friends, and then you apply. That can turn the tides to your favor. Okay, you might want to check that out. So I hope that helps. Okay, I hope that helps you take action. All right. Let's see, who's got another question? I'm gonna wrap up and do a couple more minutes. I have a call at 2 p.m. So I'm gonna wrap up in the next couple minutes. All right, is personal line of checking or checking line of credit safe to have? They're both safe to have. They're both good. They're both great. You know, it's all preference. I prefer a line of credit over a checking line of credit. My opinion. Let's see, Aaron says, I have a personal line of credit and I'm depositing my paychecks into it as a payment every payday. The credit union likes seeing regular big payments. I am not worried. They certainly do. Yep. Can you do velocity banking with a 0% interest for 1 year with a credit card? Sure you can. I do that quite a lot. I've got like 4 credit cards that I throw all my personal expenses on. So I'll pay all my personal expenses for like the whole year. Even on the business side, all my subscriptions, I did a video on this where I showed all the tools for your kingdom. It's like Tools for Your Kingdom is the name of the video. It's in that Kingdom series that I did. And I've got over like 10 different subscriptions for my business. You know, like email, CRMs, and the, you know, calendar schedulers, things like that. Autoresponders, people that I pay to help me grow my business. Dude, I'll pay them through my credit card, 0% for a year, 15 months, and I pay the minimums on it, and then I take all that money that I would have spent on that for the whole year, and I apply it towards something else that's going to increase my cash flow. By the time I get to 0% on that credit card, guess what happens? I pay it off, and before I pay it off, that same credit card company says, hey, Denzel, we got another offer for you for 0%. Bank of America does this to me like clockwork. Every single time I'm approaching the last 2 months of my intro period and say, hey, you want some money? 0%? I'm like, sure, I'll pay that 3% fee. I'll pay that, because the amount of savings that I get and the amount of cash back, 3%, right? So what I do is with Bank of America is I have 3% going on all of my online expenses. All of my subscriptions are online. I'm spending over $1,000 per month on online expenses. That's $30 in cash rewards every single month, right? And that just keeps racking up. And then on top of that, the gas and the food and the miscellaneous. Dude, the 3%, it offsets. It just offsets, and I keep going. And what does that do? It builds my credit score, and I keep applying for more credit lines, and I keep doing more things, keep helping more people, and just keep on keeping on. Let's see. Angel said, Tier 3, I'm so hyped. You joined? You joined? Okay. I'm gonna look for you. Nakia was just offered $10,000 line of credit at 8%. Was denied at first with a previous credit union. Look at Nakia. She got denied one time. She said, "You're not taking me down. I'm going again." and she found that other credit union. This is why it's so important. You find multiple credit unions, boom, look at her. Taking action. Taking action. Let's see. Okay, gonna start on that spreadsheet. Good. Cool. Let's see. Any other questions before I wrap up? Which would be better to apply for a secured line of credit or unsecured if you have equity to back you up? I would prefer unsecured only if your credit is good. If you have bad credit, that's when the equity comes in, so you can actually back it up. You're securing it with a certain amount of money. And then you're going to have that line of credit for maybe a year or less, and then you can convert it into an unsecured. Before I told you that, make sure you ask the credit union, can I convert it to an unsecured after a year or so? Like, see if they do that or not. Some don't, some do. Okay, so you'll have to find that out. Let's see, a lot more questions here. I don't know if I can get to all of them. Just want to see. How can I get your help with my financial assistant by natural creating velocity banking wealth? Okay, you wrote, how do I get your help? Okay, I got a website, denzelrodriguez.com. I've got 2 services. I coach people by the hour. Okay, so you can hire me by the hour if that fits your budget, right? If you don't have much of a budget. If you're ready to make a full-on commitment, I have a lifetime program where you can literally work with Denzel till he's 85, okay? Because I'm still going to be kicking, right? As long as I live, you work with me. So I'm creating that program because I want to display my commitment to you, right? For as long as I live, I want to see you make it. No matter how old you are, you're 23 like me, or you're 63, 73, and you still got some oomph in you, and you're ready to commit, I'm ready to stand behind you and help you get there. You know, I got a lot of families that are in that program. My goal is to have 50 people in that lifetime program, and we're going to go on a massive journey. I mean massive, okay? Right now I'm at 22. If that fits your budget, go ahead, sign up for that, and I'll see you on the other side. And if those 2 do not work, I have a Patreon page where people just give. And when they give, they receive. Enough said. All right? I'm going to end it there. It was really nice spending some time with you guys. I know we had about 60, 70 people at one point. You guys are awesome, just tuning in on the dime, right? Taking action. I hope this was really, really helpful for you. Do not get discouraged, okay, if you get denied for a line of credit. It's not over. It's just an obstacle that you have to pass, right? And we get to the point that we want to get to and get the results that we want to get. So I want you to enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful day. God bless. You got any questions? Listen, comment below, reach out to me on my website. I'll type it in here before I leave, along with, the prices so that you can see it. Or you just go to the website and you'll see the prices. I display everything so there's no confusion. All right, it's $97 an hour for the coaching. I'll just write that. And then my program is $997, one-time fee. That's it. No questions asked. And if you want to break it up into payments, there's options to break it up into payments. Have a wonderful day. God bless. Talk